Hi guys, I'm back today with a video on a brand that I've tried some of their stuff before, but this is the first time I finally got my hands on this palette. And I have seen swatches from other people, and the second I saw them, look, I'm already, I was so excited to get it. I literally ran the next time they did a restock on it because I had to have it. So the brand that I'm talking about today is It's Belle Cosmetics, and yes, I am an affiliate. So let me just preface this whole video by saying, yes, I am an affiliate, but I'll tell you this, when I don't like something, when I feel like it isn't good, when I feel like maybe it could use something, I will always be honest with you guys. I do not like when people just give reviews based on, oh, hey, I'm an affiliate, so I have to say good things. If somebody decides to remove me because of my opinions, that's fine. I'd rather that. I'm always going to be honest with you guys. So, that being said, I am talking about It's Belle Cosmetics. I am an affiliate, and I am extremely excited about this palette and some of the other things that I got. I did actually use some of their colored mascaras the other day. I did use one of them on my lower lashes today as well. So, the palette that I'm talking about is the Break the Rules palette, and this is like the sleeve. So, you're probably like, chick, there's nothing there. But this is the sleeve for it. This is what it looks like. And right off the bat, this gave me Final Destination 4, I think, vibes. I don't think it's called 4. I think it might have been like The Final Destination or something. I don't know. I'll slip a picture up here somewhere. But I was obsessed with Final Destination. So when I saw like the shattered glass kind of image, I was instantly like, okay, besides the color story on the inside, I'm kind of feeling this. So in any case, this palette is $27.99. That makes these multi-chromes dirt cheap. Like, they are so cheap. I can't even understand in all reality. Now, last time I checked, the actual palette was sold out, but the bundle is still in stock. You get the palette and a mirror for $35, which is still very affordable. You can use my code Jaclyntriesit and you will save some money, which is great. You will help me out. If you do not like affiliate links, don't use it. You don't have to. That's totally okay. But for me, if I can ever save money, that's what I'm all about. And so the inside of the palette, let me just open up the real deal here, looks like this. I feel like heavenly choirs are singing whenever I open this. And I'm going to try and move this around, so hopefully I just look like a weirdo kind of moving stuff around, but so you guys can see the shifts in this, because it is very interesting. It is a really gorgeous palette, and to me, the textures, there's a few brands right now that I feel have very similar textures, and I am going to come back to that in a future video because I actually recently got a few palettes, and they do look similar to each other. I am wondering if they're not made in the same place. Does that mean you shouldn't buy from one or the other? Not at all. Maybe there's going to be one color story that is more suited for you, and that's all right. And I definitely think indie brands are a wonderful thing. If you can support them, that is the way to go in my opinion. In case, I did use that today. I did also use Hot Chili Red, which is one of the mascaras, the Color Stroke series. This is $8.99. The bundle is sold out of this right now, but the bundle's only $32 for 4 shades. That was a weird way to, for 4 shades. This is what Hot Chili Red looks like. I'm telling you what, I'm going to try and get close up here. I mean, my skin, let's not even my skin looks like crap. I tried a different foundation. I need to just stop. I have a few that I like, and I need to just stick with those because, But I think that the red on the bottom is really cool. It's interesting, but I didn't want to go with red on the top too because I almost feel like because this is such like a bold reddish, pinkish, orangish look, it was going to be too much. That's just my opinion. If you want to be a fire starter, you go ahead and light it. In any case, and then I did also use one of the sponges that I got from them. Okay, you guys are going to think I'm really weird. Okay, I am kind of weird. No, I am really weird, but I use my sponges dry a lot. Oh, I know, it's the weirdest thing ever. Don't get me wrong, I use them wet sometimes too. Okay, my tape dispenser is stabbing me in the wrist. That's cool, but it's not that cool. And I love this, sometimes I will use something that I don't necessarily like the texture of underneath my eyes. And dry, I feel like it kind of sponges it away in a way. But it perfects the look of it underneath it even without being wet. So I do like that. I did get the 2-pack of these. I don't think they're on the site right now, so they might be sold out. It was $11.99 for the pack. I got the pink and I got the mint one. This is pretty firm. I think it's slightly firmer than a beauty blender, but I kind of think that's nice, especially when it's wet, because then you have a little bit more control of where you're actually using it. And I like that it's got the flat side, which is really nice. I think if you need to, set something, for instance, or bake, which I don't do because I'm lazy. And I did actually pick up one of the glosses, but I did not use it today because I don't think it's the right color for the look that I've got going on. Although now I'm like, should I use it? I'm not going to. I'm going to wait. I'm going to use it in a different look, maybe a more neutral look, because that's just kind of how I roll. But let me just tell you, I got the shade Call Me Pecan, and this is what the this is what the package looks like. And it was $8.99. The smell of this is I can't eat sweets for the most part anymore because of my blood sugar issues and my food allergies, but your girl's having a moment. It smells like vanilla cake with like vanilla frosting. It smells awesome. Or even like funfetti cake with vanilla frosting. Oh my gosh, if I could eat a whole cake right now, like, I would shove that all up in my business. So, in any case, I did not use that today, so I can't speak to this. I will come back to you guys later and let you know what I think about it, but today is not that day. So, along with the Break the Rules palette, I did use my Cara Beauty. This is the Mind Trap palette, and I've got it all upside down and all around. I know that I'm normally not a fan of matte palettes personally, but I do like it in conjunction with a lot of these, like, all metallic or all multi-chrome palettes that are coming out right now. It's nice to have something that's matte that you can just add to it. Now, something a little bit more neutral, I think I'd probably pull out my Makeup Geek shades, although you can pull some neutral colors from these really bright colors. This is like weird hand motions here. So just because I wanted to have a little bit of a matte base for everything, I did use this in conjunction with the other palette because I'm one of those. I would say, let's just go ahead and talk about it right now. So for the most part, I do not mind a multi-chrome palette because I have matte shades to pull from. So in that way, I'm 100% for a multi-chrome palette, but I will say this, like, to make it a perfect palette in my mind, I would love to have a bright highlighty shade. Now let me also back up and say that this right here, despite what it looks like, it can go very, very pink. It actually is quite bright. So in all reality, I probably could have used that as a highlight shade. But for me, a well-rounded palette that you can just take on the go and not have to carry a couple other ones. I like to see both mattes and multi-chromes and metallics and just like a bunch of different textures all together. That way you don't have to pull from different ones. But I don't leave my house. I don't really go anywhere. So grabbing another palette is not really a hardship to me. So I would say is the only negative, if I could call it a negative. It's not really a negative. As far as the customer service goes, the owner is so truly kind. I actually feel really bad for her because she had somebody essentially spam her original account, so she lost everything she had built up on her original. So I'm going to link her new Instagram down below. If you guys are at all interested in her brand, any of these products, definitely go give her a follow. She worked really hard and then lost everything that she had, which is very frustrating. I can't even imagine how I would feel. And she was a lot nicer than I would have been. I probably would have been crying and cussing a lot and then getting more upset because that's just kind of how I roll. I don't handle things well. But every time I've spoken with her, she's been extremely kind. She is actually very funny, and to be honest, I love her transparency about anything that is going on. And besides that, the shipping was actually very good in the sense that this wasn't even supposed to be here for a little bit still, and we ended up getting it early despite how much bigger that this restock was. So I'm really happy when it comes to all aspects of this, and that's why I really wanted to be an affiliate with them. I had seen really good things about them from the things that I had tried. I enjoyed them, so I genuinely think you will enjoy this brand as well. So I'm going to go ahead and swatch this for you guys, and then I'm going to do this eye look, and then at the very end I'm going to come back and give you my final thoughts, but it's just going to be more of a summary because that's kind of how I roll. Anyway, here comes swatches. Okay, you guys, the very first shade in this palette is called Bold. Okay, and let me just tell you guys right off the bat, the texture of this is extremely different from most shades. Now, I will say it worked pretty well with a brush in all reality, but I think you'll probably have, like, the most, if you are wanting to use this, like, as an all-over lid shade, I think the best application method would probably be your finger. This is very, like, kind of jelly formula-like. Kind of reddish pink shade, and I'm seeing, like, a very orangish, slightly gold pink shade. Ooh, this also has a bit of a fuchsia flip to it, too, but I'm not oh, wait, there. Maybe I'm picking it up a little bit there. That's really cool. Stay Radical. And this shade is awesome. So you guys are seeing like an orange to gold, maybe a little bit of pink. And I'm seeing like a bright pink, almost into the fuchsia range. But on my finger, I'm also seeing like some kind of lime green to it as well. This is a gorgeous shade. Like, this is actually what I have in my inner corner today. And it kind of shears out in a way, depending on the light that you're in. Almost enough to be a highlight, which you would never guess from this swatch. This is it on my finger. Hang on, I'm going to try and see if I can't get more of that flip in here. Grrr. The next shade is the shade Not Listening. This is actually way different than I thought it was going to be. So, in the camera, you guys are seeing kind of almost like a muddy green. And I'm seeing kind of like a purplish magenta. No, I'm seeing kind of like a purplish fuchsia flip to it. It goes green. It's very interesting. Called Make Me. This is a really pretty, like, light purple that shifts a little bit gold and slightly pink. It is very pretty. The next shade is called Go Rogue. I think this will be a very popular shade. So you guys are seeing a very purpley, kind of almost fuchsia, maybe slightly blue shade. And this really has a lot of shifts to it. And I'm hoping, turning my arm, you can see it, because it is a really pretty color. Oh my gosh, this on my finger, I'm dying right now. This is the shade Eager for More, and I definitely am. Wow. Can we talk about this shade? That is a gorgeous green. It does have some blue shift to it. I don't think I'm picking it up, but I wonder if you can see it a little bit better on my finger. Oh my goodness gracious. When I picture like the Emerald City in Wizard of Oz, this is the color of green I am imagining. For instance, my birthstone is emerald, and I now wish that I was wearing this so much. Also, I just want to note that the texture of this is more like a foiled metallic than these ones, which are more like a jelly. It is called Your Choice. To me, this shade is extremely unique. So you guys are maybe seeing like a kind of purpley, gray, blue, shifty shade, and I'm seeing a very purpley blue, shifty, pinkish shade. This thing is really cool. It's very different. Even try and get it in here to show you a little bit. The shade is called Rebel. And that is such a beautiful red-toned, like orange, bright, fiery shade. It is gorgeous. And that is the same texture as this. Last shade in the palette is called Just Watch. This shade is gorgeous. So you guys are seeing kind of like a rosy shade, and it is like a rose gold when you get it like turned around. It is just so pretty. It's somewhere between a jelly and like this kind of foiled texture in my opinion. This is the whole Break the Rules palette. Okay, so now we're in a different light, and I just wanted to show you what it looks like here. Like, ooh, you can really see some of these shifts now. Like, look at how sparkly and beautiful these are. Sorry, I'm on one. I am digging this so much. Da 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 da. Alright, you guys, I am back and I want to give you my final thoughts. First things first, this palette right here is just lovely. I think the textures inside are really nice. I think that for $27.99, this is a steal. Definitely think that all of these shades in here, you're going to be able to add this to any look and it's really going to amp up what you've got going on. Now, you can use these for just a whole look on its own, or you can add them to pretty much anything as a pop of just like pizzazz to a look. That sounds really weird. I sound really old. That's kind of like, ooh, it's a pop of something different and gives you a lot of texture and shine. And if you're not into that, this palette is probably not for you. But if you are like me and you are somebody that really enjoys glittery, sparkly, beautiful, popping, wonderful shades, then I definitely think you will enjoy this. Again, the shipping times were really good considering the time frame they originally gave. I was for that. The shipping costs are awesome. I didn't talk about that in the beginning, so let me talk about that now. Their international shipping threshold is spend $60 and you get free shipping, which is crazy low. Most places are like far, far higher than that. And then for orders that are shipped within the same country, it is $30 and that is the threshold. That is a really low threshold. That is a, sorry, my husband just made me laugh because I've said this sentence like 20 times because I cannot talk straight. It's like 2:30 in the morning. It's ridiculous. So in any case, my husband's in the background like the peanut gallery cracking me up because he's hearing how bad I'm screwing up everything that I'm saying because I'm like blah, 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 blah. So for me, I think that the shipping threshold is very good. I don't see many lower than that, to be really honest, unless it's like a bigger brand. And this is an indie brand, so kudos to you guys. When it comes to the mascara, I definitely think that for $8.99, I kind of just want to round everything up. I don't know what it is. When I see like the 99, I'm like, I just want to round it up. In any case, I definitely think the mascaras, the colored mascaras, are a good time. So if you just want to add a little pop of something to like catch some attention, this is a great way to do it. Sponges, if you see them on the site, they're definitely worth picking up. For $11.99 for 2 of them, that's dirt cheap. I mean, a beauty blender alone is $20 just for 1 of them, and that's kind of like... So, and then as far as the lip gloss goes, I have not used that yet, so I'm not going to speak to that, but I will say it smells amazing. It smells like everything I wish I was eating right now. But in any case, I've got to say, overall, I really love everything that I have tried. I think that the owner is very sweet. Again, I'm going to link her stuff down below because, as I said, they were spammed and they had to close their original account. And I definitely think that they are worth checking out. They have great content and I really enjoy them. So, in any case, I really hope that this video was helpful to you guys. If it was, make sure you leave a comment down below, like this video, subscribe, and ring the bell for future updates. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.